Hello everybody, welcome back to Wii Sports Resort Bingo League 2021. So, we're on to our final game of week 2. Might have been a bit more than a week, but we'll forget about that for now. It's myself from Great Britain against Toad3007, representing the United States of America. Let's get right into it. Okay, so both players ready to start then. Let's begin. And sorry about any audio there, I'll just fix that. So we have a look at the bingo card, both players deciding to study the card early on. And it's Toad that makes the first move. He's just ticked off a square by mistake there, that doesn't really matter. And he's going to Classic C in golf. Let's just have a look at the golf ones as I go into Speed Slice. Complete Classic C, Complete Classic A, Complete Resort C, get par or under par in any 3-hole course in golf. Finish any 3-hole course in golf without touching the bunkers or water. So a lot of different moves. Meanwhile, I'm going to Speed Slice. Have to win a game without letting the opponent get any points. Slice 15 items in practice. And there's 2. Earlier ones are easier. The opponent does a rubber band in this mode. So choosing not to pause buffer early on that. Meanwhile, Toad gets a par in his first hole, 16. And the pause buffering now beginning. Looks like it should be another par for Toad on 17. An 8 out of 10 for me on Speed Slice there. So just one more required. Oh. Not sure how that happened. There we go. The problem is solved. Meanwhile, Toad hitting his first shot onto the rough on 18, but that's alright. And now I can go into practice mode. You can't go to practice mode on the first game because it looks different against Ryan, so doing it in the second game. And Toad on the green in 18, looking for an eagle. Doesn't get it, but he will claim a birdie. And that is Classic C, par or under par on the 3-hole course. And also, I believe he didn't touch bunkers or the water. Gets his birdie. Also got pro class, not me. Actually, he already did. Just about now, hopping into Classic A. So a run dominated by golf for Toad. I'm enjoying his creativity with me there. Anyway, that's 15 for me. So it'll be interesting to see whether I head into golf now. No, heading into a match where beat an opponent 6-0, get any stamp. I should say 6-love, or, well, the announcer says 6-0. Anyhow, Toad getting a birdie on 10. Now moving on to 11. So the stamps in table tennis as follows. Hit an opponent in the face, which I could do here. No. Hit a shot when it hits the side of the table. And return it, basically. There's another chance to hit him in the face, but not that time. Beat the champion, get a 30-shot long rally, draw 20 all. That's it. Toad advancing now. In golf, and it. Well, I'll need to hit him in the face at some point. There we go. Because obviously restarting would be quite a lot. And a nice birdie there for Toad. Well, thought he nearly overhit that there. But it was alright, so he gets 3 under, and that's another golf game under. He doesn't need to worry about the score or anything like that if he does any more golf, which seems he's doing. It would be Resort C then. So all of the golf ones are being ticked off by him. See if that's a good strategy. It's my turn to go into another event. And I'm going into Island Flyover. Get the eye point on the bowling court, crash 5 times, get any stamp is also on there, and crash into lava, and collect an eye point on Wedge Island. I should mention the stamps, although I haven't used a guess me, and it's very unlikely anyone will go for them. Getting an eye point on Wedge Island actually is a stamp. There's also, I believe, get all 80 eye points. Get all 80 eye points in all 3 different times of day. There's also, I believe, to pop every white balloon. And follow Miguel's guide playing for 3 minutes. That's probably the slowest square on the card, but I should mention. So there's the eye point on the bowling order. That's also cool. That's also 1 crash. There's a 2nd crash. There's 3. So 2 more needed. Meanwhile, Toad advancing through his golf still. Spent all of his 6 minutes on golf. Just got a par on 8 and moving on to 9. The score doesn't really matter. Also, so I've done my 4 crashes, and I suppose I'm doing my 5th in lava. In we go to Mount Tanganamanga. Interesting to see going that upper route. I know some players choosing to go below instead. But anyway, the crash is done. And now restarting to get that one in Wedge Island. Okay, so it's Toad's turn to go into Island Flyover. After 7 minutes in golf, so he doesn't use a guest either. And he's decided to quit Island Flyover and go back into it. Probably wants to use a me that has XP on it, so he doesn't have to go through the tutorial. Not sure whether it'd be just quicker to grin and bear it. I think he's made the right call there. So a minor error from Toad. But he's still looking good. It's a close game so far, but I think even though Toad has some of the less chalked off, some less chalked off, he has some longer ones. He's finished with golf now, which is also one of the harder ones to get right. Often. Anyway. It's crashed twice, and now going for the bowling court, it seems. There we go. Number 3, as I continue my journey to Resplendent Wedge Island. So it has 2 more crashes to go, and 1 more now. And there we go. You can see a route start to pop up. He goes into Frisbee Dog. So column 1, the row 3 and the top right, left diagonal one. He's gone into Frisbee Dog. Pop a balloon 2 times. You can just do that in practice mode. 1. Just press A and 2 if he wants as well. But I'm also doing the same. It looks like I'm going for row 4, column 2 on the diagonal. You can see by the stars I put on it that I am, yeah. He's now going into archery, where he needs to hit any secret target. Yeah, ready to press there, and he's gone. To intermediate, I think, yeah. Just misses the orange bit too high there. Now I'm going into wakeboarding. I need a score of 1600 or over in beginner. And there, he's hit his secret target. You have to say, he looks like an advantage here. He's now going into, well, might be more than a time loss, I suppose. Power cruising slalom course. And he's gone into beach. He needs a score of 1.0 on 5 gates. Anything else? No, I don't think so. Meanwhile, I'm a third of the way to my target in wakeboarding, but that will slow me down. Just need all about racking up the points. Because of the way it's worded, you do need 1600 in one game of wakeboarding. You can't just restart. Let's say I finished on 1500. I need to restart from 0. I can just restart and get 100 more, if that makes sense. Anyway, Toad has completed that in power cruising. In swordplay now, he moves into duel. Specifically, he needs to stun his opponent by blocking 7 times. Just having a look if there's any other duel ones on the card. Doesn't look it. So 4 more perfect jumps from me would be enough. And just this one. There we go. Out of wakeboarding. So, I believe that's at least 3 from him. Okay, he's got his 7 already. Well, he's in a really good whack here. Now going into spin control. Just needs any stamp. And that would finish it for him. So it looks like it's going to be a win here. Could be a really fast time here for him. I'm actually going into golf. Resort C, it looks like. Wait. Yeah. So the stamps in bowling spin control are hit, I believe, hit at least 1 pin in every frame, hit at least the 10 pin in every frame, a split spare, I believe, a spare or strike in every frame, and I think 170 points without making any contact with a barrier. Wow, that's a really impressive strike there, and it's a reset for me on Resort C, so that will cost further time. So that will be my second line, but, well, Toad's not giving up. His pursuit, probably too slow for a world record, but certainly a new league record, and it's going to be a really impressive win for him. After losing in the first round, and I won, of course, my first game, he would probably be considered the second favourite, but, well, it's a really comprehensive and impressive performance to surely take victory here. I've got a par there. I do want the par / under par as well. Yeah, the world record will just elude him, but we'll see his final time there. Very impressive, nonetheless. This is a chance for a birdie, which would make things a bit easier, but no. Here we go then from Toad. And yeah, he's finished. The time, probably about 13:44. I'm not sure exactly, but he can be very proud of that performance. And that will mean a lot. I believe a new personal best as well. Perhaps second overall, I think, coming to think of it. Well, either way, a very, very impressive time from him. Meanwhile, for me, it's about consolidating my time difference. Of course, winning the first game against Benson, I'd rather keep that in the negative. And I need a par here. So one approach shot and one putt, because I got par on both things. Yep, there we go. Should be an easy putt, but, well, I suppose a little bit of adjustment and... Oh dear. Well, that's going to be a big time loss, because I'm going to have to redo Classic C, Resort C, sorry, and that, well, will not be good for the time difference at all. Just hit it onto the rough there on 7, so having a bit of trouble on this golf course. I suppose it matters less now. But Toad must be complimented. Really good routing for him. Getting onto the rough there. So probably just a par from this hole. Might as well have gone for a driver chip there. But I suppose that's a nice approach shot. The less risky option. So yeah, really impressive from Toad. Good routing. Trusted his ability to get the secret target in archery, get the stamp and spin control. I know some people have had trouble, especially with that first one. And the more safe option just had too many slow ones for me. Of course, even without the golf error, I'd still have lost. Sword play, speed slice and wakeboarding were just a bit too slow. And of course going to Wedge Island as well. Oh, and that's a poor putt. And I need to be careful here to avoid this going away. Yeah, restarting now. Probably the better option, to be honest. But it will be costly. So teeing off on 7 for the third time. And this time at least hitting the fairway. There's 2 more I need to knock off. The 7 on dual and the 1.0 on power cruising. That was an ambitious putt, but it's at least left me nicely for a par there. And this time, the easy putt is sunk. So, 2 more of those and I'll be alright. I did have to choose Resort C for this because of the routing. Putt being lined up here. Again for birdie, and this would do nicely. I think the adjustment is... well, he's undercooked it, so it doesn't matter. Just realised I referred to myself in the third person there. I do get the bar done. The joys of live commentary, eh? So a par or better required to finally get out of this mess. Will be pretty bad result for my time differential. But Toad will be loving his performance, and that will give him greater confidence going into round 3. Well, I've avoided the water there, which is a good start. Just having a look in who has who next. So I'm against Epic Crossover in the next round. And Todd playing against Zed Mr. O, who lost both of his games, so there's a lot of interest, and that's a nice part. And finally, out of golf. So power cruising and sword play duel to end it. I was hoping I'd go into duel because it'd be a bit of weird to do the timing. Oh well, doesn't matter too much. Just going into beach. Fair enough. So, just do that 4 more times. I never saw that graphic with the singular point before. Funny they bothered to actually make it so it changes it to say point instead of point. But anyway, there we go. And finally, swordplay duel to come. The same thing, and you want to be playing against quite a good me here, yeah, 2500, that'll do. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's that done. I'm not sure what that was. Oh yeah, I know why that happened, but it's not really interesting. Anyway, I'll hand back just for the final times and the updated table. So the final times then. Toad does set a new league record, 13 minutes and 46 seconds, and I think that will take some beating from the rest of the field. I'm 7 minutes behind my exact time, 20 minutes and 42 seconds. And that leaves a pretty bunched up field. Ben in Alaska ahead with 2 wins, but look at that, 4 players all on 1 win and separated quite tightly by time difference. Benson and Zed are yet to record their first win. And that does it for week 2. What an interesting set of games we've had. Some really fast times. Much closer matchups than week 1, I think. Tune in next time to see who will be playing who in week 3.